Hey there, welcome back, I'm the Fnatic, and today's episode we're talking about Victor Wembanyama. Yes, I know, yet again. You've probably heard about this man several times over the course of the last couple years. In fact, I've made 3 or 4 videos about him myself in just the last 2 years. The reason for this? Well, Victor Wembanyama is essentially what would happen if you made Kevin Durant 7'4" and gave him the shot blocking of Hakeem Olajuwon. Oh, and not to mention also the post moves of David Robinson. I don't know what you want me to say. This man is ridiculous. There's a reason why NBA players are scared of him. But because I will not just be throwing out a bunch of random stuff that no one will understand, let's look into some statistics. When Victor Wembanyama became into the number 1 pick conversation, it was about 2 years ago after his EuroLeague tourney. During this tourney, he averaged 6.5 points per game, 1.9 blocks, and 3.8 rebounds. You know, for a EuroLeague player, that's solid, especially for one that was only 17 at the time, I believe. The next season, though, is when he would become the consensus number 1 pick in this draft, averaging 9.4 points per game in the LNB Pro A French League, as well as 1.8 blocks and 5.1 rebounds. Now, these numbers may sound low compared to our American standards because we have a much higher paced game and we have much worse defense. I assure you, these stats are very, very impactful in the European League, especially for a player his age who's going up against players in their 30s. Next, we are going to take a look and compare it to what he's doing today. This season, he averaged 21 points per game. Yes, you heard me. In the last 2 seasons, Victor Wembanyama has gone from averaging 6.5 points per game to 21 points per game. In one of the best basketball leagues in the world. Now, if that's not enough for you, he's also gone up from 1.9 blocks per game to 3.1. Again, insane. Now, we look at his rebounding numbers, because obviously you need a big man that can get to the boards. Well, in the last 2 years, he's gone from 3.8 rebounds per game to 9.9. The growth that Victor Wembanyama has had over the last 2 seasons has been exponential. It is ridiculous, quite frankly. This is a man who, when he was 17 years old, beat Rudy Gobert, who was coming off of one of his Defensive Player of the Year campaigns, in a one-on-one basketball game. There's not much you can really say here. Victor Wembanyama is quite frankly massive, with great shooting touch, and absolutely no weaknesses really besides from his frame. And even then, you can argue that his frame isn't that much of a weakness because it allows him to have great athleticism for his size. Victor Wembanyama, the only way in my mind that Victor Wembanyama could possibly not become an all-time great NBA player is if he gets injured or if he gets into a system where they deliberately attempt to make him fail. That's it. He has so many skills and really no weaknesses to his game. This is a center that can shoot like a guard, handle the ball like a guard, pass. Okay, he can't pass like a below average guard. And then on top of that, he rebounds like your average big man, has the blocking instincts and rim protection of a Defensive Player of the Year caliber player as a teenager. Oh, and he kind of has some of the best post moves in the world. There's really not much more you can say for this kid. He will, quite frankly, be the number 1 overall draft selection come the draft. And after that, He's most likely going to become an all-star. He's 7'5". It's like watching Shaquille O'Neal come out of college and trying to make an argument that he won't be an all-time great. You really can't. When Shaq came out of college, he had weaknesses. He couldn't shoot. Not Victor. There's nothing I can say that can possibly bring his game down. Sure, maybe he's not a spectacular passer. He's average. He's average for a center. He's good for the position he plays. He can see his open teammates, and quite frankly, he doesn't need to pass the ball. The same way Shaq didn't need to shoot it. The difference is that I trust that when Victor gets to the NBA, he will be an 80% free throw shooter. There is no way to stop this man, even if you foul him. And for that reason, I have Victor Wembanyama going down as one of the greatest players of all time, in addition to winning multiple championships. This is the guy that you build a franchise around. This is LeBron going to the Cavs in 2003. This is Shaq to the Magic. There is nothing that could make my mind change towards how sheerly dominant this man will be. He will win at least one championship throughout his career. That is a fact. There's not a doubt in my mind. This man is Yao Ming without the ankles breaking. What do you even do with that information? I don't know. But if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and be ready for Victor Wembanyama.